Do you think that the brain is obsessed with fixing problems?
Ooh. I think the brain and the body want to heal itself all the time. And I think we can see that physically, right? I mean, when my kids get a boo-boo and I'm like, look at how your body wants to heal itself. Look at your body's healing. I want people to understand that your body wants that on the inside too. And so when we do EMDR, what I've noticed is the brain doesn't typically go to negative material or kind of maladaptive material. It goes towards adaptive material, right? So in EMDR, we have this adaptive information processing system that believes, and we can see this, your brain's always trying to link towards helping, healing, fixing, right? It's always trying to help you.
So one of the things that I find really interesting about my brain, and I'm thinking it's not unique to my brain, that's why I asked that question, is that it does like to obsess on challenges. I'm not going to call them problems. And sometimes it's like, it just wants to figure out, like, I'm just going to really be transparent. Like last night, we're sitting here in Sausalito. There's like this beautiful fog coming in. And all of a sudden this thought hits in my head. Do we control our own reality? Like, I was thinking about the waving fog and I was like, do we control, like, what if everything in life was like predetermined? Like, do I believe like the kind of destiny idea? And so now for like 2 hours, my brain's like, what do I think of destiny? Do I think I have any control? Do I have any control? And it was like a dog on a bone. I could not stop thinking about if I had control or not, or if my life was the Truman Show or not, or if it was like all it wanted to do was chew on that. And I think in working with the patients that I've worked with, when they're in pain and when they're in a chronic health crisis, the brain becomes like a record that can start skipping, or we start playing the same song over and over again. Is that a natural state of the brain, or and is it healthy? Like, I gave you a positive example of my brain, but as you know, there's plenty of negative ones that have shown up for me as well. And I think I call myself out because I don't think I'm unique in this. I think that a lot of people grab on to one thing and they just keep playing it and playing it and playing it and playing it and playing it, and they can't put it down.
Yes, I think our brains are designed to be curious. And something that I appreciate about you is that you have a passion for understanding yourself and understanding others. And you have a fire to help people see themselves, right? And so it makes sense to me that your brain would want to play with that. Now, I think to answer your question, is this healthy? Is this normal? Whatever. I ask is, what's the fuel? What's the emotion of it? Because if it's like, oh, this is interesting and I'm curious and this is like I'm playing with Play-Doh and this is creative, right? Then we might say that's healthy and interesting to you, right? But there are some people who can kind of ruminate and get stuck on something, and that they kind of have this observer part that's like, oh, this feels bad. I can't unstick myself from this. This feels, like a darker kind of emotion or like a anxiety feeling, right?
Okay, so we're back at hormones again.
Could we leave? Everything's related to hormones. How could we leave hormones?
Yeah, I know.
They're
You're
so
right.
Powerful.
They are. They control this whole thing in our head, which is why I'm like, okay, hello, is anybody pointing out what do we do when they're gone? Those of us that are left around to like deal with this control center totally changing, and now our brain is like wide open. But here's one of the things that I think the amygdala does, because this is my theory on this, is that it wants to keep you safe. And when it doesn't have GABA because it doesn't have progesterone, it gets OCD, and it is constantly, it's like, okay, yeah, I know you think you're safe over there, but let me tell you, you're not safe here, and you're not safe there, and you're not safe there. And it constantly is yakking at me, trying to tell me what I need to fix. And I don't think I'm unusual to that. So, I mean, maybe, but you'd correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of women, we're fixers. We worry about our kids. We worry about our jobs. We're constantly worrying, which is why you always hear the put your own oxygen mask on first. But then we go into menopause, and now we're OCD about our worries. And we don't have the neurochemical armor to be able to help ourselves. So how do we stop those looping thoughts? That's what I'm getting at. I just gave you a positive example of it.
Yeah. I think if we want to unstick ourselves from a thought, right, the first thing to do is move your body, right?
Get up and move.
Do any working memory task, right? Whether it's tapping or moving, change the temperature of where you are, go outside and get air, right? Like change what your brain is linking to see if you can kind of shake up the linkages. In therapy, we talk about OCD kind of like a sprinkler brain, like a sprinkler, and it kind of gets stuck in the same place and it can't get unstuck, right? Now, some people have created an adaptation in a younger age where if something's wrong and I'm not safe, I will fix it, right? And so sometimes we will reach for these adaptations or these strategies if we don't feel good, right? It could be, I'm going to drink. I mean, we saw this during COVID. Like, I'm going to drink a lot. I'm going to eat a lot. I'm going to shop a lot. I'm going to, what is the adaptation to soothe myself, right? And so when you're describing women going through this hormonal change and they don't have these resources available to them in terms of the hormonal chemistry they had before, I would say change up the environment and change up your body in terms of movement as soon as possible.
And it breaks the being thought. It's like a pattern interrupt.
It's going to link to something different. Yeah. I mean, it has to, right?
So the thought will go find a different thing to,
your brain's like always looking to link to something. I mean, that's what it's doing for you, right? So change what's available for it to link to. Even just going in water, I think, can be a complete reset for people in terms of linking and soothing and resourcing.
I feel like we're in therapy now. You just gave me